Hi, beautiful people. Yeah, I'm absolutely staring right at myself because I want to make sure that I hit the right button. All right. Hi. Hello, humans. Welcome to StormcrowOne. I am going to play some coloring pixels. I feel like this is far over, but whatever. Maybe I like it? I don't know. Anyways, I want to play some coloring pixels. Because why not? I have been sort of, I don't know, fighting with myself over the past week or so. I've been trying to decide what exactly I want to do with my content, and, well, what better time to figure that out than here during a stream while I'm live. Basically, well, first things first. Any ideas? Any ideas? Just by looking at the different numbers, you might get an idea of what this might look like. Kind of looks a little bit like a cube of some kind. Who knows? We'll see. Let's start nicely up at the top here. There we go. So, hi. Welcome to StormcrowOne. I'm Stormcrow. I've been trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with myself recently. I'm gonna move you over a little bit, maybe tilt you up a tad. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I feel like I'm a little bit low. Maybe that'll do. Let's just do a quick one of these. Yeah, seems fine. All right. So what am I doing? What do I want to do? I have been fighting with myself because I just don't have as much time to be live as I would like to have, really. Now, that being said, I do have some time to be live. I mean, I do prefer very much to make my content live. It's just more fun for me. There's the potential that someone may want to come interact. And honestly, if I could just spend my time being live all the time, every day, I would. The toughest problem I've been having recently, besides just general life being a pain, is that I've been having troubles keeping up with my recordings. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have some recordings to upload. More specifically, I've been having troubles keeping up with, actually uploading those uploads. So, I got some work to do. On that in particular. Before I'm happy. I have quite a bit that I need to upload still, though I'm catching up on that. I think I've finally figured out the proper way that I want to upload all of that. I do believe. Now, where to go from there? I am going to finish Graveyard Keeper soon. I do plan to finish that because I do want to find out what happens at the end, of course. Though I've been trying to catch up with my uploads before I actually do that. So that's not on the menu for today, but it will be on the menu soon. Now, plans moving forward actually include... I used to be very much into StarCraft 2. It's kind of one of the first games that I really took seriously to try and play and get better and improve at, and I very much enjoyed it. And recently, since then, they came out with the co-op mode, which is fun, but it's just not the same as playing the actual multiplayer. The only real randomness there is in playing the co-op mode, for me, is whatever random mutations you get when you play on the harder difficulties, on the brutal difficulty. Of course, that is fun, It is fun and interesting. I would like to eventually get all those achievements and such. That would be cool. Though I believe, I've been thinking, that I actually want to get back into... Nice, this is from Wallworld, I love it. I've been thinking that I want to get into StarCraft 2 again, and other strategy games, not just StarCraft 2. Part of the problem that happened with StarCraft 2, part of why I fell out of it, stopped playing, was that when Legacy of the Void came out, you know, a combination of life and that game, the pace of that game just drastically changing, really changed things for me. I really became quite a... It was wild. It was a wild difference. So, I do want to get back into that. I think it would be a lot of fun. I'm going to do that soon. I've got... I have a StarCraft 2 playlist that, I guess I'm going to retire that playlist. I'm going to make a new one. An even better one. More updated is the plan. Yeah, you're gonna sit here with me. Well, you can sit here with me while I talk to myself and figure out exactly what it is that I want to do. Really. Truly, I would like to get back into StarCraft 2 and other strategy games. See what I can do. I don't really hope to be the best player in the world. It's not likely. But I do believe that I could provide some kind of entertaining content. Oh, Dark Rain. Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit that too. This channel, I hope you're excited. This channel is soon going to become very focused on strategy games, I think. That is my plan. It's a little easier for me to just start up, say, a game of StarCraft and play it and be happy with it. In fact, because one of the things that I'm really missing right now, is just a game that I can play on my own, just for fun. You know, playing a game like StarCraft would give me something that I could look forward to at getting better. And of course, who would be upset at being able to watch? I mean, you know, that kind of thing. You can just keep getting better at. You can always keep getting better at. Play and play and play and keep getting better, if you really want to. So that's sort of my idea. I want something that I can get better at. Something that I can just do on my own time, where I don't really feel like, you know, I can't, if I want to make videos on the campaign for StarCraft 2, for example, I can't do that when I'm not live. Right? How can I... Can't really get into that when I'm not live, because I want to make it for you. I want you to be able to see it. Multiplayer games, online strategy games, are, I think, a little easier to justify being able to play on my own, because I'll be able to get better and have a better understanding of the game, which should lead to better videos in the future as things go on. So that being the case, we may end up playing some StarCraft tonight. Maybe. I don't quite know yet. I don't quite know yet for certain. But it's there. It's an idea. I've got a couple other things that I need to do first, which I plan to do this afternoon. If everything goes according to plan, then we're going to be... I've got a couple games. I have a hockey split coming up. A game by Slavomir Drakovsky that I'll be playing shortly. That's been updated, so I've been told. Which is exciting, you know? See how that goes. I'm not much of a sports game kind of person, so likely going to be just a short visit to see what's going on. More likely that I'm going to... Or well, yeah, after that we're going to check out Slavomir's new game, Tarless World. Which I imagine is very similar to Battle of Tarless. From what I've seen, it looks like a first-person version of Battle of Tarless, which is an interesting idea. So we'll check it out and see how that is. And then, well, I mean, yeah, I guess after that, the idea for today might just be to play some StarCraft 2. Now, I do, of course, want to make other things as well. I'm not likely to focus on just StarCraft 2, because I do want to play other games. I have a lot of other games that haven't even touched. But that being said, there's... Oh, I missed one. Oh, actually, never mind. I just didn't even see it. There's only... That's why I didn't see it. There's only 3 of them. What was I saying? I don't know. I was in there somewhere and then I got distracted by that too. Long story short, we've got a few things on the list for what I want to do today, and the most important thing for you to know is that I do still plan to keep doing my content here live. I did have a fight with myself, argument with myself, discussion, I don't know. I thought to myself very deeply about whether or not I do want to make my content live. I considered, over this past week or two, I have considered that I might just want to... only record my content and upload it to YouTube that way. But if I were to do that, then I would feel like I would need to... Well, first of all, I feel like I would need to do a lot more video editing. Because if I'm focusing on recorded content, then, you know, there's a lot of extra fluff to cut out, but that's not really what I'm focusing on. Truthfully, I do think it's important to... I do think it's important to have a backup of my content on YouTube. You know, it's important to get that stuff out there. And that is a very good way to be discovered, just by uploading things to YouTube. But ultimately, what I would love to do would be to be able to make that YouTube content live 8 hours a day, every day. And truly, if I'm doing that, I just don't have time to edit everything down to a smaller degree. Now, I had initially had a goal back in January 3rd, when I had decided that I wanted to try to be live 1 hour every day. Then I changed that just to try to be live, because I figured being live, forcing myself to be live for 1 hour is a little bit like, here, let's just puke out some content and puke out some content. Here's an hour here, an hour there. At least you're getting something, right? Which is not a terrible idea. It's actually not a terrible idea. I did I did come back to that and decide that I was, you know, less interested in doing that, but honestly, I think maybe I do. Maybe I do just want to be live more. And this is really what I've been discussing with myself, because I was sort of trying to, you know, make the YouTube videos more perfect, is what it is. Over time, you may learn from me that I do tend to be, I do have some perfectionist tendencies. I don't know if those are learned or if that's just the way that I actually am. But either way, I don't really... No, wait. Let me try it again. Either way, perfectionist or not, I have to understand to myself that it's okay to not always be perfect. It is okay. And with that realization, with that understanding, I've been able to finally start uploading more of those Graveyard Keeper videos. I was sort of getting a backlog of those because I was trying to make the descriptions of them all perfect, but let's be honest, you're not here to read that description. Unless you're looking for links and such, in which case I am going to start putting links in the description down there. I will. For the YouTube videos, I'll start putting some links to games that I'm playing, or maybe some interesting little tidbits, but it's not going to be like a synopsis of what has happened or what is going on in the video. You know, that's sort of been a thing over the course of my life, that I like writing a lot, or I'm very interested in words and communication. It's cool to, I don't know, I love understanding or figuring out the best ways to communicate with people. I'm just generally a very friendly person who wants everyone else to also be happy and friendly. And so I've sort of taken it upon myself with, you know, schooling that I've done, stuff like that, that I've tried to figure out the best ways possible to communicate with everyone, anyone. And with that, I very much enjoy the use of the English language and, you know, describing things and writing things, but also writing things takes a lot of time. And because I don't have a full-time job of doing this at this point, I just don't have the time to do all that writing. I just don't have the time to do all that writing. And honestly, let's be honest, that's not what you're here for. You are probably here because you want to hang out. Maybe listen to some good music, which will improve over time as we play more games. But you know, truly, this year, I'm not disappointed with how we've done so far. You know, this is only show number 27 since I started my goal from January. And I'm not perfectly hoping that I'm going to be live every single day, but I do plan to be live more often from now on, because I'm just gonna go live and just do things that are fun. And we can hang out and chat. And I'm pretty certain, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain that you are not here to read things. You're here to hang out. I mean, unless you're here to, like, read what's being typed and written in chat, in which case, great. But my goal is not really to have to type more words. I'd rather just splurge them out of my mouth. More fun that way. So there are definitely some things that I'm planning on doing more casually, such as the, StarCraft streams or games. It could be, who knows how long those could be. They could be much longer than just an hour, and I'm not gonna perfectly make every video an hour long anymore. Not that I was perfectly doing that before, but I think I've decided that what I want to do, more than trying to make some kind of perfect system of how I make my videos, is that I just want to make the videos. I just want to be here and hang out. I want to make a nice, calm place that we can hang out together. No matter who you are or what you're doing, where you're from, you can come here and hang out. This is a safe place for everybody to be, is my goal. This is a safe place for everyone to be. Maybe I should think about that a little bit more. If you're here to be friendly and hang out, perfect. Great. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If you're here to troll people and be a pain, that's not going to be, that's not going to work for me. That will not work for me. I'm not interested in having like a whole toxic environment to be in, you know. Part of the big reason that I want to do this, to be here, is because I want a good place for not just myself, but I want a good place for myself to be and hang out and enjoy being. Not a place to be harassed. I've got enough of that going on in my life. I don't need more of that, if we're being honest. So at this point, I don't have a set schedule right now. One day, if this all skyrockets, I don't know if that's the word I want to use. I just like using a lot of words. One day, if this all is successful, because truthfully, I don't know what else I'm going to do with myself. I work in customer service. And as nice as it is to help people, as nice as it is to be able to help people, and, you know, people have questions, I can help answer those questions. I can help solve those problems. That's why I like customer service. But truthfully, the people that you're helping, many of them don't. They don't care. They don't care. The truth is that many of those people just don't care. As far as they're concerned, you are their little puppet who's gonna solve their problem for them, and they can shout at you and whatever. Now, of course, I generally don't have to deal with most of that shouting, which is great. But there's still a good number of people that, boy, does it get tiring having to explain the same thing over and over. No, that's not possible. It doesn't work. We can't do that. Well, why not? That's dumb. Well, you may think that. However, if not for that, this wouldn't be a very safe thing for you to be doing, would it? You know, a lot of people just don't understand how security works. And personal information, you know? Oh, interesting. That looks like a guy fishing for, like, a whale or something? So it is kind of like a... This looks like a big fish tank. Interesting. I like it. I like it. So, yeah, there is a piece of me that... There's a big piece of me that hopes that one day I can make something of this channel, because I just don't know what else I want to do or can do with myself. You know, customer service is nice, but I don't expect customer service to get me a house one day. You know, how do I plan to ever get a house by working nearly minimum wage customer service? Am I right? Am I right? And it's not that I don't have the education to work in a better position, it's that going to work in a better position means that I have to drastically change the lifestyle that's available to me. You know, at the moment, I work from home, which works very well. It lets me have more time available to see my children during my off hours. But you know, there's just a big piece of me that knows deep down that there's a better way that I can work from home. I can work from home for myself. We can have a good time. Now, it might take a while to actually get to that point, but we will get there eventually. We will get there eventually. Lots of Age of Wonders music on the playlist today. I love it. I love it. I suppose, seeing as my plan is to move into StarCraft 2 pretty soon, I suppose that means, or to start focusing on StarCraft 2, I'm going to want to add StarCraft music to the playlist. Now, you may or may not be aware, StarCraft... I think StarCraft 1 has better music than StarCraft 2. We'll see. We will see. We'll start off with listening to the StarCraft music itself. At some point, after playing quite a bit, we'll change up the playlist. Or we'll change up the music for StarCraft 2, probably. Probably. Whoops. Oh boy, there's so many exciting things that I think are coming up. So many exciting plans in the future. Just gotta take it one step at a time, really. That is the toughest part for most of us, I think, is the time it takes, the patience that is required to do the big things that we really want to do. So to recap everything that I've said so far, or to recap a bunch of that, I'm gonna get into StarCraft 2. I'm gonna start by getting into StarCraft 2 and other strategy games, because really, what I've been missing in my life in the past few years has been the ability to play any kind of game that I can get better at, that I can just focus on and get better at. Namely, StarCraft 2 was a big one back in the day. Not that long ago. But StarCraft 2 was the first game that I chose to, you know, try to get better at and be, like, kind of competitive at. And, you know, in the days of... Whoops, there we go. In the days of Heart of the Swarm, I very much enjoyed it. It was great. It was great. I got pretty good at it. Then came Legacy of the Void, and everything everything sped up a ton. So we'll see if we can make some fun out of it. We should be able to. But honestly, with the StarCraft Brood War remaster that came out pretty recently, I'm actually super excited about that. I grew up with the campaign, the Brood War, well, the StarCraft 1 and then the StarCraft Brood War campaign. I did not play that game competitively at all. I didn't play multiplayer. Gee, I don't even know if I played against the computer in that game. I did not understand how to control or how to think about an RTS game. Now, I have played quite a few strategy games over the course of my life, though truthfully, I have not played as many games as I wish. I have a big collection of games that I just haven't really had the time to get into, which is, I mean, goodness, if you saw my Steam library, you would understand that there's a lot of content that I can potentially make. There's a lot of content for you to look forward to. Like, there's tons of things that have been untouched. Now, we do run the risk of, if I focus on something like StarCraft 2, I may just end up only playing that. Or some other strategy game if I find some other one that I like better. I think it would be really cool to get into StarCraft Brood War. Like, that'd be really cool. I don't ever expect to be, like, a competitive person, but you never know. It could happen. It'd be pretty neat. More likely, I'll find something to get into that hopefully we can just enjoy together. Oh, it looks like Kirby. Cute. Definitely a little character with a snorkeling mask for sure. Do I really have this one down thumbed? I mean, I like it. There's nothing wrong with this. This is the main theme from Dwarf Fortress. I mean, I don't hate it. Maybe I'll just undown thumb that. Good thing I haven't removed it yet. It's gonna take a while to actually curate the playlist until it's perfect. As I play more games, more music will end up on the playlist. But it's all gonna be game music, or game adjacent, is the plan. That's what it's all gonna be. It'll be just a great big playlist of music that we can use for any game music that we either play a lot and get tired of the bass music for, or just games that don't have music. Because there are some of those too. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. One step at a time. This looks like a palm tree or something, but it's probably more water animals. Oops. A little too far on that. I think my mouse aim is better than it has been previously. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's that fishing line going all the way down. You know, this is one of those things, this is one of those games that I'm not actually sure if I'll ever be able to finish. Because, you know, I swear every week there's a new pack of coloring pixels things that comes out. Now, if I were to focus on this and only do this, then sure, we could probably do that. But I sort of like what we're doing right now. Sort of like what we got going on right now. It's a nice way to warm up the stream, I think. Nice way to warm things up before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of what we're streaming. So whether you're watching live or whether you're watching in the past, in the future? I guess you can't watch from the past, can you? I guess if you're watching live or if you're watching on YouTube in the future. Coming up next is going to be a game called Hockey Split. It's a free game that you can find on Steam. I gotta remember to put the link in the description, like a smart person. I gotta remember to start putting links in the descriptions for these. Now, I have heard that Hockey Split has gotten an update, and that either this one, yeah, I don't know if it's this update or if it's a future game. We'll see soon. But there will be like a multiplayer component to it. So I've heard. But I'm gonna check it out. I will check it out because I've been nicely asked by the creator to check it out again, so I will. That'll be nice. And then we're going to check out his new game as well, so. If you're excited for that, then stick around because we'll check those out. Then afterwards, the plan later on for the rest of the day will just be to play some StarCraft 2. Haven't really played any multiplayer, any online strategy game. Haven't really played any for a while. And I mean, really, it's been years since I've like really played a game continuously like that. Or to like try and get better at it. I don't know how seriously I'll take it, but I am gonna play. We're gonna try and win some games, of course. Well, it looks like Patrick's star, doesn't it? Oops. Wasn't very good. Ah, yes, that's another game that I'll be revisiting soon. Wall World. Because there's an not an update, but a, well, it kind of is an update. There's some DLC for it. Came out a little while ago. Which didn't have great reviews at first, but I really like the music for Wall World, and the reviews have gotten better, so they've done some updates since then. I figured I should probably wait on that until the updates improve things, so that will be something we take a look at coming up soon. But again, I plan to focus more on, well, I just plan to focus on something in general, which right now wants to be strategy games. You know, they've always been my favorite type of game, and I would really like to get back into something like that. As fun as it is to play farming games like Stardew Valley, you know, it is fun to be a little bit competitive. Just a little bit. Especially when you can do fun things. It's my goal, my plan, my goal will be to, not to, you know, copy build orders and things like that, but I want to actually have like a proper understanding of the game and the relationships between different things. That is my plan, my goal, my desire. Well, my goodness, look at that. Unwavering Gourmet 2. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Going straight up and down is a little tougher than going left and right. It's a bit of a weird motion to make. Trying to go straight up and down over like a long distance. Oh no, there's one more somewhere. Where could there possibly be another 8? Really? It's gotta be just like thrown in here somewhere, right? It's here somewhere. We'll find it. Oh, there's some. Yeah, there's another one. Oh my goodness. Now. Stormcrow, you can do better than that. Color! Color it like your life depends on it. Oh, there it is. Right in the middle of everything else. $18, $19, $12. I don't feel like there's this many numbers left uncolored still. Isn't that amazing? That's 2,300 and some. 2,300 and some down there. This doesn't look to me like 2,300. Right? Like, that seems insane. It sounds like an insane number. Oh, that's not all 12s. I see. I see. Yep, those aren't 12s either. I don't know if it's just me. I tend to find that when when I'm focused on looking for a certain number, if it's a 2-digit number, it's so much less easy to see the difference between all of these. Like a 2-digit, like 1, 2, and 1, 5. Real easy to just sort of think, absent-mindedly think that it's all the same thing. All right, you know what? Fine. Fine. It's hard to look at numbers and talk at the same time, apparently. There we go. Much better. But, basically anything once you hit like double digits, like 1 0, 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, that 1 is like, nope, there it is. Your brain just doesn't quite see the difference right off the bat, not unless you're like really looking for it. Or really paying attention. And those are not all what I thought they were. Same sort of thing kind of happens here. I'm looking for a 1 2 and I'm like 1 2, great, and then I see 2 1 and 2 2. I'm like, keep going. Keep going. That's okay. Good thing I'm not a competitive pixel colorer. Interestingly enough, you can time yourself in this game. You can turn on options to time yourself. You can recolor these to get a different colored background and to try to improve your time. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there's people who go around and see how many they can, or how fast they can color all these. Maybe. Maybe. I'm happy to just color this for fun, just to hang out. That's nice. What is that? All right, so we got someone fishing. There's like a shark here. There's Kirby, for some reason. There's Patrick Star, an electric eel, an octopus. Not sure what that is. A couple jellyfish, by the looks of it. Not entirely sure what this is, and I really don't know what that is either. Maybe it's a treasure chest. Oh, maybe that is it. Maybe that's this might be the lid, and that's the box with like the gold inside. That might be it. That might actually be it. Considering I feel like half my playlist is Graveyard Keeper right now, we're doing good on the playlist. It's not to say that Graveyard Keeper music is bad, just that it might be less interesting to me than other game music. And maybe that sentiment will change. Maybe I'll like the Graveyard Keeper music more once I'm done with it and I have other games, more music on the playlist. Maybe that'll do it. Maybe. I just remembered you can play the Brood War music in StarCraft 2. Yeah, we're probably going to be listening to the Brood War music. Probably. I think the Brood War music is way better than StarCraft 2. That's what I think. Maybe you have a different opinion, and that's okay. That is okay. What is this just a reflection on the tank? Looks like it, yeah. Not like another fishing line or something like that, no. That's mean. That's mean, just putting these little details in the middle of nowhere so that I can't color straight across. How could you? That's okay. There's another one somewhere? Somewhere. It's probably over here somewhere, huh? I don't see it. There's one more 12 somewhere, but I just don't see it. I'm sure it's here. It has to be, right? But hey, we went from 2,000 and some down to 1. Wild. Absolutely wild. I don't know what you are, but you're so bright and green. Are those your eyes, I suppose? Oh, it's a mermaid. I see. Didn't get the mermaid until that right there. But now I see it. Whoops. There's me trying to go just a little bit too fast. Yes, I could set this so that I don't have to worry about hitting the wrong number, or, you know, so I don't have to worry about doing things like this. But, I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to have something to... It's fun to have a reason to not go too fast. I think. It's fun to have a reason to not to go too fast. Fun to have a good reason to have good accuracy with the mouse. Just 'cause. We are nearly complete. Nearly complete. We're going to find out what exactly this actually is supposed to be. An aquarium? Maybe it will be an aquarium. Ready? Here we go. Under the sea. Under the sea. Very good. Very good. It's very good. I can definitely see now that that is most certainly a chest. I love it. A treasure. All right. Well, that's it for this. That's it for coloring pixels. I I'm gonna do a quick swap over then. We're gonna cut this, just like so. I'm gonna say thank you for joining me for coloring pixels. And I'll be back momentarily with... What am I doing next? Hockey split. I'll be back momentarily with some hockey split. Give me one moment.